You are so beautiful to me. What's up, guys? It's your boy PJ the Paradox Nerd back again with another Rancor video, and this time we'll be checking out Regal Robot's Rancor. And yeah, again, like I mentioned before, I really love the Rancor. Obviously, you guys probably saw my review on the Sideshow Collectibles version. If you guys haven't done so, I'll put the link up top right over here. So you guys are probably wondering why I decided to pick up the Regal Robot version of the Rancor, and that's because this version of the Rancor has a lot of history, a lot of lineage. This is a direct one-to-one replica of the movie prop that was used in the Return of the Jedi movie. This was Phil Tippett's puppet, and you know, Tom Spina and the rest of the Regal Robot team were able to scan the original prop, kind of restore it first actually, and then they scanned it, and then they were able to get a mold, and here it is. So this Regal Robot Rancor retails for about $3,000, and there were only 83 made. And you guys are probably wondering why such an odd edition size number. Well, 1983 was the year that the Return of the Jedi movie got released, and Tom Spina, the founder of Regal Robot, wanted to make the edition size number special, so that's why he chose 83. Another thing before I get into my review is that the assembly for this statue is really simple. First of all, it came in a brown box, so there was no like art box or anything like that. And the assembly was really simple. So it came in 3 pieces: the hand, the chain, and the statue. And to assemble it, you put the chain on and then the hand, and cover that seam with the chain, and voila, you have the statue. Another thing before I jump into my review is that I want to personally thank Tom Spina, Tracy, Tony, Rob, Christina, and the rest of the Regal Robot team for making such an amazing piece. This piece is absolutely beautiful, guys, and I can't stop staring at it. And I'm gonna tell you why I think this piece is beautiful by starting this review right now. So let's start off with the base, and as you can see, this base is very simple but quite elegant at the same time. It is a high quality wooden base that is painted black with a nice smooth finish to it. And as we move up towards his feet here, you can see that the Rancor's hooves are really damaged, and he definitely needs a pedicure. But definitely amazing details on his feet and on his legs. I also do want to point out that the tail is actually bony, which is a nice detail that I never noticed about the Rancor. And as we move up towards the body and the arms here, you can notice how beautiful the paint job is on this Rancor. They used a darker brown color, which is definitely different from Sideshow's Rancor, which has a lighter brown color. Also do want to mention that the Sideshow's Rancor has more of a matte finish as compared to the Regal Robot Rancor, which has more of a glossy finish. Also do want to mention that all 83 of these Rancors were hand painted by a handful of Regal Robot employees in New York. Another thing that I do want to point out that's pretty cool is that there is a paint blot on the right arm of the Rancor. Don't worry, that's not a QC issue, but just Tom and the rest of the Regal Robot crew trying to stay as movie accurate as possible to the prop. They really want to make sure that you are getting a carbon copy of Phil Tippett's puppet. You could also see that same paint blot on the chain as well. Now, moving up towards his portrait and the upper half of his body, you can see how impressive the paint application and details are on the horns, armor hide, and on the portrait. I am seriously blown away in how this portrait looks exactly like the Rancor we saw in the Return of the Jedi movie. You can also see how the eyes look like the ball-bearing eyes the puppet had in the movie. And you could also see how detailed the teeth and the mouth turned out, especially the mouth. It has a nice glossy paint to it, and you could also see how deep the mouth is compared to the Sideshow version, which is pretty shallow. I also love the expression that they captured with this portrait. they really nailed how scary and intimidating the Rancor was in the movie. But overall, guys, this is a one-of-a-kind prop replica, and I'm so happy and lucky to own this piece. I know $3,000 is a pretty penny for a prop replica, but to be honest, it's worth every penny. The amount of time and effort that went to making this prop replica makes it all worth it. But I'll let Tom tell you guys how much hard work went into making this piece.
So he took this scan, which was extremely detailed and a huge file and tough to handle, but also a challenging scan because the piece had some deterioration. It had a very funky pose right now, and the material is too fragile to repose it. So we had to scan it in that funky pose. So he had to repose it. He had to go through and figure out, you know, what were things that had changed between production and now, and then gently go back and sort of turn back the hands of time. He had to look, and as someone that restores stuff with us, he had this great foundation to be able to go, okay, I know what is actual deterioration and what is detail getting flattened out and what isn't, and where to keep it soft and where to make it more detailed. And, you know, we had the benefits of the Lucasfilm image archives and to be able to go through all of the pictures they have of the Rancor, which is really fun. And to be able to look at that stuff and, you know, find things where we're like, oh, look at this horn is actually here. Maybe the scan isn't perfect in a spot, and you can kind of say, oh, that's what this is. Or this used to be puffier and now it's flat. Or, you know, there's this streak of patina on his arm that's a weird thing, but there it is in these photos. Or his tail is bone colored. Like, that blew my mind that I never saw that before. And that's what we're trying to do here with this. We're trying to make that thing that blows people's mind, that makes them re-look at the old pictures and see stuff they never saw before, and ultimately have something, you know, one of 83 pieces signed by the guy who both performed it and really brought this character to life in terms of the design as well, and who headed the creature shop, Phil Tippett, one of my absolute idols and one of the just most talented and imaginative creature guys out there. And, you know, I want them to have that feeling like you're talking about, PJ, like, you know, I'm not going to have a chance at this again.
I'm telling you guys, Regal Robot hit a home run with this Rancor, and with an edition size of 83 pieces, makes this prop replica a rare collectible. This Rancor is already sold out on Regal Robot's website and is already going for $6,000 on eBay, which is double what I paid for. That's insane. But yeah, guys, I definitely recommend checking out Regal Robot and give them a follow so that when they make another amazing Star Wars piece, you won't miss out on the opportunity to pick up that collectible. All right, guys, so that wraps it up. Thank you for watching, and always remember to do what you love and love what you collect. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.